Hello baseball fans, it's time to preview the North Dakota Class B State Baseball Tournament. I'm Jody Norstedt with Midco Sports Network. The back-to-back state champs will give it a go at a three-peat. Park River Lincoln needed to fight through the losers bracket to win the region championship, but the Aggies will be the top seed at Newman Outdoor Field this week. We'll see if we get a Thompson versus Park River Lincoln championship game for the third year in a row as well. The Tommies earned the 2 seed. Here's a look at the matchups for Thursday's quarterfinal round in Fargo. The Tommies draw North Star in the 10 a.m. game and will play the winner of third-seeded Enderlin Maple Valley and Mulhall Lansford Sherwood Glenburn. On the bottom half of the bracket, Bishop Ryan will get the first crack at the two-time defending state champs. Shiloh Christian and Carrington meet in the nightcap. Let's start with Game 1. Teams will have a hard time finding a weakness in the Tommies lineup. It's the same lineup that outscored opponents 29-1 in 3 region playoff games. And by now, if you're a Class B sports fan, you know the names. Marcus Hughes, Caden Schwabe, Hayden Overby, Clay Odenbach all have played a huge role in the Tommies' success, which includes state titles in football and basketball this year alone. Hughes and Odenbach are the 1-2 punch on the hill. Odenbach has been marvelous, striking out 24 in 24 2/3 innings to go with a .86 ERA. The Tommies have reached the state championship game 3 straight years, but haven't won it all since 2016. That's what keeps this group motivated going into another state tourney.
And just playing game by game and worrying about ourselves, playing our style of baseball and just not worrying about outside things, and hopefully the scoreboard takes care of itself at the end. But we just got to stay within ourselves and play our game and believe in each other.
Just all of our hard work. I mean, it'll end up catching up with us. It'll show. We know we put in a lot of work. This is where we're supposed to be. We know we're one of the best, but to be the best, we got to beat the best.
Every team that gets there is good, and everybody's got a different path to get there. So, we're going to have to get back to work on our fundamentals and then find out where we're at. And then once we get that figured out, we'll see who our opponent is and what we got to do to try to beat them.
North Star will tee it up against the Tommies. The Bearcats finally got over the hump after losing the region championship 3 consecutive seasons. Now, Jesse Vogt's team ranks in the top 4 in the state in both offense and defense, but the one knock on them is that the strength of their region wasn't all that great. Still, confidence is a good catalyst for winning, and North Star has plenty of it, having won 12 of their last 13 games. Future Concordia Cobber Gavin Miller hitting .533 and has scored 28 runs on the year. Sophomore Jeremiah Hill is a youngster to keep an eye on. He's collected a team-best 26 RBI. The second game of the day will feature Enderlin Maple Valley, who survived the Region 1 gauntlet. Last year, the Falcons didn't win a game at state, so there's no secret what could be motivating them as they make the 1-hour trip to Fargo. Chance By delivered a big senior year, hitting over 500 and going 5-0 on the mound, but junior Jacob Johnson makes it a dynamic duo. Johnson has been just as impressive both offensively and defensively. Kevin Bratland has also seen different players step up in key spots throughout the season, and that'll be a key if the Falcons have any hopes of making a deep run in the tournament.
Last year we got there and we played 3 games all tough, but they didn't come out how we wanted. But this year we're going to go there with a different mindset, and we're going to be ready for our 3 games that we have ahead of us. We're going to have to be there and play hard and just be ready for whatever comes at us.
The state tournament experience is big, and then I still like our 1-2 punch with Chance By and Jacob Johnson on the mound. So that's a big plus for us.
Mulhall Lansford Sherwood Glenburn is the opponent for the Falcons. The Mavericks have played more games than anyone else in the state, and they also rank 2nd in runs scored per game, only trailing the top-seeded Aggies from Park River Lincoln. MLS takes a 29-5 record into the round of 8, and offensively they have 12 hitters over the 300 mark, highlighted by leadoff man Zane Wenstead at .517. Look for Isaac Unlin and Dalton Moberg to carry them on the mound. The two have combined for a 12-0 record. And listen to this, Unlin has allowed 1 earned run in 30 2/3 innings. That's good enough for an ERA of .23. Now, this team finished 7th at state 2 years ago. We'll see if they can improve on that finish this time around. As we switch to the bottom half of the bracket, get ready to hear some more insane numbers, this time from Park River Lincoln, because the 2-time defending champs led the state in scoring this year. Adams Zavalny hit .560 and drove in 41 runs in 75 at-bats. He also hit 7 bombs, which is more than a lot of teams have for their season. And then there's his twin brother Nate, who for an even better average hit at .580 for 38 RBI and a team best 52 runs. And oh yeah, he has 7 round trippers as well. Makes you wonder what those boys eat at home. Nick Thompson and Will Gorder have also been dangerous at the plate. Brett Omdahl's pitching staff has been vulnerable at times, but at the same time, they haven't had to be lights out with the run production they get on a nightly basis. The Aggies are the prohibitive favorites to win it all again, but they know just how hard that can be.
We've been in the same situation the past 2 years, so we're really experienced in that area. So we can have a lot of confidence and build off of what we've done in the past and use our experience in this situation and at this level to help push us to do our very best and hopefully three-peat.
These guys' field is just letting them be them, within reason, obviously. This is a very loose group. They like to have fun. The most fun they're having is when they're on the diamond. And so we try and allow them to be able to play the baseball game that they've been taught since a very young age.
A state title for the Aggies would make them the first program to three-peat in Class B baseball since Bishop Ryan did it in 2009. And oddly enough, that's the team they'll have to get through in the first round. The Lions took care of Surrey to win the Region 6 crown thanks to a great pitching performance by sophomore Nick Sanders. Kersey Harris is one of the better hitters in the lineup along with Kelvin Watkins. This isn't an easy draw for the top-seeded Aggies. Bishop Ryan has won 18 of its last 19 games, so this game could turn out to be an exciting one. The final game of the night will put Shiloh Christian and Carrington on display. The Skyhawks are led by their trio of all-region performers, Kanan Fagerlund, Sheer Huntington, and Jaden Mitzel. Those three, along with Josh Lordy, each enter state with 20-plus RBI. Mitzel is a tough out, hitting .515 on the spring. Fagerlund is the ace of the staff with a 1.36 ERA. Eric Lee's team has thrived off pitching and defense this season. They do it better than most across the state. We'll see if they can keep the Carrington bats quiet in round 1. The Cardinals emerged out of Region 3 with a thrilling 17-16 win in 11 innings over New Rockford Cheyenne in the Region 3 championship. The Cardinals had the longest active streak of state tournament appearances, with this being their 5th in a row. The good news is that they've won 3 straight quarterfinal games. The bad news is that they've lost 3 straight semifinal games in the state tournament. Leading the way at the plate is the senior duo of Lucas Geisler and Kyle Leopold. Both of those guys are good on the mound as well, but Leopold stands out above the rest. He might be the best pitcher at the state tournament. He's 7-0 on the season with a .60 ERA and 83 strikeouts. Unlin right there with him too. Head coach Wayne Shipman will have to make the choice on whether he starts Leopold against the Skyhawks or saves him for a potential semifinal game like he did last season. Let the games begin. It all starts at 10 a.m. on Thursday at Newman Outdoor Field. Good luck to all the teams.